From the Black Swan Media Studios, deep inside a secret underground bunker, we're speaking to freedom-loving patriots from all around the country and the world. Welcome to the Resistance. This is John Crump, live.
And we are here. Before you start, I have a book out that's right there. Right there. Master Firepower, available in all different formats and whatever. But let's go ahead and just jump into this BS stuff here. We are joined by Flying Rich, my co-host. Sorry, I'm still not doing too well today.
Are you sorry I'm your co-host? What was that?
I don't know. Babyface P is with us, and special guest DLD After Dark. Okay, he's messing around with us, but that's okay.
Just trying to catch.
Oh, I thought you were double tapping the buttons.
No.
So, Patrick, you need to write a book called Masters of Florida Firepower with all the Florida people you know. Oh, no audio.
I think you're muted. You look
Can't hear you,
but you're muted.
Maybe we should have let him talk before
He's wagging his finger. That's a good sign.
He's the squirrels, the hamsters are in the cage spinning.
Can I just take a moment to say, for all of you that did not believe or have any faith in me, that I could wrap that black safari?
No, we can hear that. We heard you. You there, Patrick?
Yeah, I can. I'm waiting. I heard.
We heard you tapping.
Can you not hear me?
We got you.
He was gonna mess with you and say that he can't hear you, but yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so you wrapped Safari Land stuff.
Yeah, and actually, it freaking came out.
How did you? Did you buy like a stick-on? How does that work? I've never seen it done before.
So, if anyone would like, if you go take a look at my Instagram, you'll see a whole explanation, what it looks like and all that. But what I did is there's a company called Ghostman Designs, who probably owes me royalties at this point for talking about them so much. But JK, we do it for love, not for money. But yeah, Ghostman Designs has all these patterns, anything you want, multicam, poppies of war with like poppy plants and Louis, Gucci, anything you could think of. They have a sheet. You take the sheet, you prep your holster. I don't
take sheet from anyone. That
was good, Rich.
That'll be good. This morning.
I actually kind of got to take a sheet right now. So you take your sheet, right, and then you disassemble your Safariland holster completely. So I totally publicly voided my Safariland warranty, and then like I'll need it, right? And then you cut out 2 inches of section in the middle and stick it there, and then you literally just cut 2 inches at a time, and you kind of massage it out and just kind of work it out so you get the whole thing wrapped. Then you got to clean the whole thing up with a razor blade and a lighter and a needle and a spoon.
That's how I do it.
Yeah, man.
You clean your whole.
So let's introduce Patrick for those that do not know Patrick.
Yeah. YouTube.com/.
Patrick, thank you for joining us.
I've been here before. I've been here a couple times.
Yeah, you've been here a couple times, just in case we got new.
I do. Can I pimp one thing real quick?
Yeah.
Instagram. Go on Instagram. For it's baby_face_p. I found a dog yesterday, and I'm looking to rehome him. So if anybody is looking for what I think is a purebred foxhound, and you're in North Central Florida, contact me because he's looking for a good home. And I believe he was, as far as I could tell, he was abandoned by the local hunting community up here. So it's on Instagram if anyone wants to go look for him. And you hit me up on Instagram. We were looking for a good home for him. So
cute doggy.
he's
That's
adorable.
Awesome. That's awesome that you're doing that.
Yeah,
I'll send my daughter over to your house to pick him up now.
You're welcome to come get him. I went driving, so the road outside of our house, our neighborhood, goes back into the woods, into farmland. The baby and I get a coffee in the morning. We go for like a 20-minute drive, and on the way back, somebody's foxhound was walking down the road. So I picked him up, no chip, and the vet that I talked to says that it's this time of year, it's hunting season, and hunters, if the dog doesn't want to hunt, then we must get rid of him, and they just kind of throw him to the side of the road. So, yeah, so I have him, and we're not keeping him. We're going to house him as long as it takes to find him a home. But if anybody in North Florida is looking for a foxhound, I would. And this is a foxhound that is not good at hunting, but he is a wonderful companion animal. Hit me up. I would love to rehome him to you.
That's really cool that you guys are doing that.
I drove past the dog on the road. I was like, I cannot just let him get hit by a car. Look how scrawny he is. I feel so bad. Those haunches are so scrawny.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we're gonna put some weight on him, and if anybody wants him, I'm looking to give him a good home. So
yeah, you got to pass the babyface P background check, y'all. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, believe me, it's a tough one.
Ripco Readiness, just to answer your question, he says, DLD, what is the wrap made of, and can it be used to wrap parts or all of your AR-15 and or sidearm? So it's made of Cordura, and it is relatively heat resistant for the most part.
I wouldn't use it on an AR-15.
I agree. I would not. I also would be hesitant to use it on any parts like grips or anything, especially anything that moves or gets warm. So I would stay away from it, even if just because it adds quite a bit of thickness to what you. Yeah, it's quite girthy. But for things like holsters or like knife, kydex, like knife scabbard sheaths or something like that, or if you just want to wrap a strip around the bottom of your PMag, to identify like 300 blackout or 5.56 or anything like that. But I would stay away from anything functional, because it would make it not functional.
They're good in the sun. Beyond that, it gets, the best thing you can do is, if you want to test it on something, go to a local sporting goods store and buy a roll of hockey tape. And if you can't put hockey tape on it and get it to last, then you don't want to put Cordura. Cordura is like a way more expensive version of hockey tape, basically.
Yeah, Cordura, but even the melting point, something like 489.2 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's high, but it's more. My concern is always like the backing, the adhesive backing doesn't last forever.
The adhesive will melt before.
The adhesive will melt well before the Cordura does, and your holster,
that's why I said I wouldn't put it on my AR-15.
Sticky nasty.
Yeah, your holster will end up looking like it has more bubbles in it than a pipehead's brain, and because they smoke a lot of aluminum. But there's all sorts of stuff you could do with it. Right now, I have some leftover scraps. And I was gonna wrap like the hood, the red dot hood, and whatnot. By the way, that Ghostman Designs portal right there, it's so dope. If a piece of brass drops down your holster, it basically makes it inoperable until you can do a handstand. So, having that portal is just cool as shit. You can also, for the peeps out there that don't want to spend the 20 or so bucks, I had a Safariland light plug here, but it's polymer. You could just cut out a circle out of that too. But it certainly doesn't look as cool, and this is aluminum, and it makes your holster a little bit stronger.
Okay, I want to recognize something in the chat here. Did I click? I clicked. There's a housewarming party out Fragouts. It's by invitation only. So in case you haven't gotten an invitation, you're not invited.
So far, he's
full of dead scorpions. I guess all the scorpions got the invitation.
I was gonna say, so far he's only invited scorpions.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Scorpios. Oh, I had that wrong.
St. Monroe was there.
So, Patrick, who's your congressman?
Senate is 2, Congress is a whole bunch, right?
No, Congress is one. Federal.
No. I'm saying the senator we get 2 per state. Congress we get a whole
Right, 2
bunch
for
per
the state.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
for
and
us,
you have
our
a district.
our senator used to be Ted Yoho, and it got taken over by Kat Kamek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You. If I'm not mistaken, if I know where you live at, I think it might be John Rutherford.
No. It should be Kat Kamek. Kat Kamek is who represents us. She's really good.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and maybe you live.
Because
in
I was going to say,
area.
Patrick, you should run for Congress.
Is somebody going out or something?
No, I'm just thinking I would love to have you as a congressman in Florida.
I would love to. The Congress position here has been handed. So it was Ted Yoho for a long time, and he was really good, staunch conservative. And Kat Kamek took over, and she was his not account manager, campaign manager. So it's kind of been in a lineage sort of thing for now, and I don't see her wanting to leave. And I like her. I've never met her in person, but she's pretty good. So.
I thought you lived in Jacksonville.
Me? No, I live in the north side of Gainesville. Ain't no way I'm living in Jacksonville.
Okay, no, okay, that's why.
I'm sorry to anybody listening from Jacksonville, but that's a horrible city.
I've only seen the bad parts.
Yeah, so
me too.
So you're in
never
the
seen the
third
good side.
district then.
No, Kamek, she's really good.
The third district.
So I did share this with Dark and Crump, but since you're a Gainesvillian, my daughter's in Gainesville. She's had her scooter stolen, had the battery on her scooter stolen.
That surprised me.
And last time I was there, I replaced the battery, and I got some JB Weld, and there's 2 screws that open the battery door in the bottom of the foot area of the scooter. I JB welded it up. She came out this morning to her scooter. The rubber mat that goes over it was ripped off, and you could see like some scratches, and the battery's still there.
The batteries can't be worth that much money. It's just a lead. They're little lead batteries.
Yeah.
I mean, you get what, $2, $5? What?
What are you doing with
It's
them?
not worth that much unless you go steal 250 of them in a night.
Imagine there are, if in a college, in this college town especially, you go down like sorority or frat row or any on campus living, there are thousands of them.
Yeah.
Just look for the guy driving around where his bumper is touching the ground.
Yeah,
that's who you know has 1,000 batteries in the back.
It's gonna look like he's got freaking IEDs in it.
Yeah.
I
was Chris Illog, his comment. Brian Mast, that's that one guy that is horrible, right?
He's my Congress critter. Brian Mast used to come to the Tea Party like, I'm a gun guy. You want to go shooting with me? I'm like, yeah, no, Brian, I'm cool. I don't have to go shooting with you. I shoot with cool people.
He loves all these countries at war right now. He wants to give them all of our money.
And he came out against semi-automatics.
Oh, did he? Even better. Even better.
So he came out of the closet?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
John's just patiently sitting there letting us talk crap.
So he's like
he's like,
is he?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise isn't on my Rolodex.
That's a South Park reference.
Oh, the closet. Oh, the closet.
Yeah, you ever see the Tom Cruise South Park episode?
That's one of the best episodes.
And John Travolta?
Yes.
Yeah, Into the Pandaverse was a freaking great episode.
Is that the World of Warcraft one?
No, that's where they went after all the like race swapping and gender swapping.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. That's one of the newer ones, isn't it?
I haven't watched. Yeah, actually, I haven't watched TV in years. I was going to say South Park in years.
It's not a bad. That's not something. That's something to be proud of. No, TV has turned into such garbage. Ugh.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of that stuff in just the longest time. I do watch.
So I'm going to totally out myself. I had YouTube TV, and the only thing my wife and I watched was Tucker Carlson. Tucker left Fox.
Wasted your money.
I'm like, I canceled YouTube TV. I'm like, it's got nothing for me.
I mean, I told you guys, I literally went through and I just canceled everything. If it was a charge on my credit card, I was just like,
it's a waste of your money.
Yeah.
We have Netflix. That's it. And I'm one price. I will warn them now. I am one price increase away.
One price hike away.
Because we don't hardly use it. I never
oh,
watch
really?
anything on it. We use it once a year to watch horror movies when Halloween rolls around. That's like I never. I don't watch TV. I have one. I have a 10-month-old that takes a lot of time, and two, if I'm got free time, I'd rather be out in the garage working on something like that. I just don't have time to sit behind and watch.
Like starting a custom AK business or something like that. By the way, Rip, I'll talk to you. You know what? Tonight on my show, Rip, I'll do a whole segment on painting firearms because there's actually a lot of science behind it on dealing with the surface itself and also like curing it afterwards and stuff like that. So I'll help you, bud.
Did y'all know
custom AK business?
What? I haven't started it yet. I am. Let's just say the ATF has taken my money, and I am waiting for an agent to come by.
You invited the devil in?
You got to. The only way you do business legally and not go to federal prison is to do it right. So yeah, they have to come by and inspect and do everything. So.
Can't you put like a mobile home in your backyard and say, that's my shop?
Can I fly down there and be there with you?
What's that?
Can I fly down there and be there with
you? Well, I really want to get the license, so no.
I would not do that.
If I didn't want the license, I would love for you to be there. But no, we are going to play very nice. The branch that I actually called Jacksonville asking if they were the one that serviced us because that's the one that I don't want to deal with. And that's actually not. We get serviced out of Orlando. So I've actually heard very good things about field agents out of Orlando. So I'm not going to make a fuss.
So does that mean you're going to get Richard Hoffman's agent?
Exactly. Hoffman said that the field agents that he used to work with were okay. So I'm going to take him and I'm going to hope that whoever gets my ticket is friendly. So we'll see.
So make sure you put a picture of Hoffman and you together up on the wall.
I've taken down all the advertising. I used to have a sign. I have it in the garage still. It's like a big gator with like stars in its eyes that says "fuck around and find out." And I put that away. I put the PhD sign away. I was like, we're gonna play nice.
I have like cinder bricks of storage of these.
Exactly.
In my gun room.
We're going to play as nice as possible. Everything is good. And we're going to start gunsmithing as soon as they allow me to.
What's it going to be called? Baby Free Customs?
I have a name. I already have I already own everything for it. I just haven't announced anything yet. But it's going to be called Chromvandium Arms.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Chromvandium Arms. For the people that don't realize, okay, so the long-running joke is Hank and Walter always thought that a funny name for a certain ethnicity of child would be Chromvandium. You could see a mom yelling Chromvandium, come back over here. And when I had my kid, they said, well, you better name him Chromvandium. I said, okay, well, since I don't want to use his real name on the internet, we will call him Chromvandium on the internet. And then his nickname became Chromie V. So if you ever hear Hank or Walter say Chromie V, that's the baby. So when I filled out the paperwork, I was like, you know what? We're going to make it for him. So it's Chromvandium Arms. And it is misspelled on purpose. It is Chromvandium, not Chrome Vanadium. I know there's a difference there.
That's funny.
But yeah, that's the name, going to be the name of the business.
I just want to say on record, this is being recorded. It will be posted and it will be public. I will be receiving firearm serial 0000002.
You want two? I was going to give you one. One
was
fully.
Wow.
Yeah, I was willing to give you one.
Dude,
I'll take one.
We had.
I'll outbid Crump for one.
We had previous conversations about this, though. That's not fair. You Crump.
No, you said two. So
well, I thought
no.
I thought he was going to keep his first one for himself.
I'm not going.
I want number 7.
I want them out there.
Hey, Dark. If you want number 1, just say it right now. If not, don't say anything.
I want number 7. Can I have number 7?
You will have number 7.
There you go.
Yes, I want one.
Okay,
No,
you can have number 1.
Wait, you're able to have Dark be quiet for a moment on YouTube?
It's impossible. It's impossible.
Yeah, no. So the plan for Chromvandium Arms is going to be, and I haven't made any official announcement because nothing is official yet. I bought the license. I put in the paperwork for the state side of things. I have my EIN. I need to get the FFL. Once I get the FFL, then we will get like the tax exemption and the rest of the stuff that goes along with it. So we're waiting. I've sitting at about a month right now since they probably a month since they cashed my check, maybe a little bit less than that. And I've heard it takes anywhere from 2 months to 3 months. So maybe by Christmas I'll have my FFL. We'll open shop. It's going to be refinishing on one side. So I've been hitting up rust bluing really hard lately because it's been really fun. So I'm going to be doing bluing and refinishing on one side and small manufacturer on the other side. That's the plan. No more than $49 a year, if anybody knows.
Does that mean you and the wife don't park in the garage anymore?
You know what's funny is to get prepared for this, we finally got a working garage door because for the longest time I had to lift it by hand. So for added security, we have a now functional garage. I cleaned up the entirety of the garage. Marley got herself a brand new car, and she is allowed to park in there.
That's impressive.
We've done a lot of work.
Yeah, my garage.
I don't know yet. So Kurt24, I don't know. I haven't done. I've gone to the point of getting the proper licensing.
Kurt24 asked about the price.
Yes, I don't know. It's going to be dependent on, do you send me a kit and I build it? Do I buy the kit and build it for you? They are going to be more expensive than something like PSA because they're going to be completely hand done from scratch by me. So it's not going to be PSA pricing. It'll be a little bit more than that. But I don't know. I have no idea.
You're probably looking somewhere in the range of twice as much as Jim Fuller's AKs. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
It will never be a Jim Fuller price, but it will be more. It will be somewhere between a nice PSA and an entry level Jim Fuller or whatever, Rifle Dynamics, whatever companies are out there now.
Well, Jim Fuller left for Rebel. He now has Fuller Phoenix.
Yeah, so he starts his own one. I don't even know. I've heard Rifle Dynamics go up to like $4,000. It won't be anything like that. That's unreasonable.
Yeah, Mark from Rifle Dynamics, he's the current owner. He's a pretty cool guy. I was out at Rifle Dynamics a couple years ago, chilling with those guys.
Yeah. No, they make a great product. It's too unaffordable for me. That's just how it is.
Unobtainium.
Yeah, it's too expensive. If I had a reason for life, and well, I can't even say that because AKs, they run no matter how crooked you make them. So all of the AKs I've ever built run no problem whatsoever. And the first AK I ever built, I head spaced it with tape. I didn't even have headspace gauges at the time. You can go back and watch the video that my most popular video series of the East German AK, and we did a headspace with the tape version. So basically, you take a live round. Does it go in chamber? Yes. Take 2 pieces of electrical tape, metal backed tape. Does it fit? No. Okay, you're headspaced. Like that's how I did it originally. Because I mean, a piece of electrical tape is like 3 10,000ths or 4 10,000ths. So you can roughly gauge. Now, obviously, I have 5
I'll tell you
gauges. So
Patrick, to totally fanboy for a moment, I have mad respect for your firearms knowledge and your like handed down knowledge. It seems I don't know where you got that from.
Well, a lot of it when it comes to AKs was just trial and error. Because when I started doing it, it wasn't as prolific as it is now. You could still, let's say this, when I started, you could still buy Russian parts kits for, my original parts kit was a 69 Tula Russian kit, and it was like $650. Dude. So you can still buy Russian kits for a reasonable price. That ages me.
That's reasonable?
That's back
for
when,
Russian, yeah.
That's back when the unconverted Saigas were like
you could get
$299.
unconverted Saigas for like $300, I think.
Yeah.
They were cheap because nobody wanted them.
I remember when they started going up to $400 or $500, and I walked past them and I was like, threw it on the rack like this dog shit.
I had a friend a good friend of mine sold his Saiga shotgun. He had a Saiga 12, and he was like, "Man, I just don't like it. I don't use it. What do you think I can get for it?" And I think he sold it for like $450. Yep. And I was like, now, I mean, that was 10 years ago, but now I'm like, damn, I should have bought that.
We don't think about it, dude. That's why,
right.
I sold my Sega for $450.
Yeah, but at the time, that was more than you probably would have gotten elsewhere.
I had a buddy who had a Tromix Saiga. Sorry, just real quick. He had a Tromix Saiga before the dude, like, totally like ramped up, and it was like, a 36-month, whatchamacallit, like a wait and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And he ended up selling it, and then like I swear it felt like the next day, but like after he sold it for like $1,500, Traumax stopped converting Saigas. They disappeared,
And the
and then they
prices
were like $3,600, $4,000 for a Traumax AK 12 gauge. Like it's crazy, man. You cannot predict the future availability of things like that unless there are things like like with ammunition and things that kind of have ebbs and flows that we can see like what's going on with, like when all of a sudden Polish AKs can't be brought into the country anymore, or Bulgarian plum magazines can't be brought into the country anymore. It's like, what?
we can't show it off. I don't think you can show it off, but I have uh an original side folder Bulgarian 74 that I built. That was the last video that I did, last series I did on AKs. And it's built on a original 74 Bulgarian 74 with the barrel when they could still import them with barrels.
Wow.
And Walter traded it. We did some horse trading. He had the parts kit sitting around for ages. And he was like looking, because when he bought them, they were like $250 a parts kit with the barrels and everything.
Yeah.
Looking for a 74 now, first off, they're impossible to find. If you find one, they're $2,500 and up. Without a barrel, with a barrel, they are unbelievably expensive.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. But again, when he bought a whole crate of them, and nobody wanted them back in the early 2000s or late 90s or whatever. Nobody wanted 74s. Like nobody wanted 47s.
Yeah. I mean, 760 by 39s were just kind of starting to pick up because they were commie guns back then. It was like, no, I want
an American.
I want that $1,000 AR.
So
but
15 years ago, I bought an underfolder. I think it was like $450, and I was like, "Oh man, the prices went up this high."
Yeah.
Was it a Century or what kind of underfolder? Oh, it was the Serbian. You got the
Zastava.
Zastava.
MB82, whatever.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this, but for all the folks out there that have been around for a long time, you guys know that AKs used to come in crates like Mosins. Like you could buy crates of AKs.
Yep.
Not for a long time though. Not for a long time, dude. My first AK I bought for $317. It was a Romanian Draco Champion, which is a Draco in 5.56.
Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
And I promptly returned it when I realized how stupid that was. But I ended up getting a traditional Draco. I got the Draco, which is now chrome and plum. And then I got a Polish underfolder, very good import by Century. And then I have
for anybody that doesn't know AKs, do not go for an underfolder as your first gun. Just don't.
Yeah.
They are the most bone jarring, cheek cutting, especially in the cold. Oh, they're atrocious. They're fun. They're AKs, but God, they're the worst.
You got to paracord the arm.
Got to.
You're either gonna get a free shave if it's bare metal, or if you got paracord, you're gonna get rug burn, or if you get there's always the trick is to always keep the stock folded close, put a vertical grip on it and a tight sling, and aloha. Yeah, but you can, you guys know this, you can with you're setting up yourself for more points of contact, right? So you have the sling pulled tight, you have your pistol grip and your vertical grip, and you could do
push pull technique.
Exactly.
The MP5 push pull technique.
Yes, yep, you got it. Yep.
All right,
ADX 920.
Yeah, thank you for purchasing that. If you ever have questions, you just hit me up on Instagram. I'd be more than happy to help.
Remember, for 18 months,
I can't tell you how many people ask once a month. I get once a month. No, for like 5 or 6 times a month, I'll get somebody saying, "Hey, I need help doing this," and I'm more than happy to help. Absolutely.
Yeah, you really have, I'd say, some of the most active viewers compared to everyone, you and Shogun, because they're techniques that you don't see a lot of people giving information on. AK building and stippling, and two very high quality, versions of both.
I was supposed to deliver the do-it-yourself course beginnings of it last week, and it has completely slipped my mind. I got to sit down and write that out. But yeah, I'm trying to get more of that done.
That's awesome.
Did I ever tell you what the issue with my AP5 was?
No, what was wrong with it? What was it doing?
Remember the mag kept on falling out?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The mag
The
would drop.
mag catch was a little bit short. It was like a millimeter too short.
Okay.
So I actually had to replace the mag catch.
Huh. Too short in, like, too high, too low? What do you mean too short? Too close to the body?
I don't think it was wide enough. So I don't think it was.
Yeah, it wasn't wide enough.
Oh, so it wasn't catching correctly.
No.
Oh, that's annoying.
We have Kurt 20 months of both Rich and I.
Wow.
He said, out of the teen woo-woos. Same on.
I don't know what that means. Is that some sort of inside joke?
So he's saying because he's a member for 20 months, he's saying out of the teens.
I'm like, I don't think you're at the right channel, dude.
Got it.
Oh man, that's bad. Yeah, if you guys don't know, go check out Freedom Crew University. You can literally go watch. What is the biggest issue that newer gun builders are facing on the interwebs is that the
YouTube effed them all.
Yeah, the availability of information is just nil. It's non-existent.
Yeah. So does FCU also have the Tranifesto available?
Well, I mean, all information is being policed by them, and this is literally the government and Alphabet like walking hand in hand together, right? This is them working against us. You used to be able to just go to YouTube and you can still
if I thought I was going to buy a gun, I'd search it out on YouTube. I'd like, how do I take it down? How do I clean it? How do I this?
Not anymore. So now places like Rumble, yeah, that's cool. But Freedom Crew University, you're actually going to see a way deeper dive into every single possible thing you could think of, and also some of the best gun builders in the United States of embarrassment.
And John says MP5, and I'm like, like right here. I can't do that.
I think mine's in the safe downstairs. We went on vacation. Every time I go on vacation, I have to pack up all of my fun stuff and put it away and lock it. Be a good little boy.
Hey, Dark.
Oh my God, Luminous. Yes, sir.
Just for you, I don't think Rich or Babyface P would know anything about this, but King's Dominion is being sold to Six Flags for $2 billion.
Dang. How do I scrape some of the crumbs off of that plate? Jesus criminy.
Right.
That's crazy. I've never been to Six Flags in my life.
Really? I was at Great Adventure, New Jersey a bunch of times, but I'm like, what's the hell is Six Flags? I don't know if it became Six Flags later.
Well, I think
if it always was.
It's just a slightly different demographic and clientele.
I've been to Six Flags on during the Washington Capitals season ticket holder night, where it's only Washington Capital. Okay, what he's talking about is they built Six Flags in the middle of PG County.
Yeah.
Prince George's County, Maryland.
Yeah.
If you want, okay, you know how like
just stop. I wouldn't. I wouldn't even go down the.
Okay. Basically,
have you ever been to Pork and Beans in Miami? Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing with Prince George's County. DC has some ghetto places like Anacostia and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, Potomac Gardens, Berry Farms, yeah, Buzzard Point. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, those.
Is there literally a place called Buzzard Point?
Yes.
Okay, I would never want to live there. What a horrible sounding neighborhood.
Or what about a place called Rat's Mouth?
Check out Berry Farms.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, those are ghetto-ish for DC. Those are the ghetto in DC, right?
Yeah.
That's like my house belongs there. That's the ghetto of DC. My small little 2,000 square foot home.
Man, people in those areas look over at PG County and go, "I'm not going over there. That's the ghetto."
Okay, so
Dude.
this is the worst of the worst.
One of my friends
Yes.
bought a home, bought a townhome in PG County, for investment purposes because Section 8 housing
Yeah,
out
I
there.
mean,
Just guess. We're talking about a townhome in the DMV, okay, DC, Maryland, Virginia. Just ballpark guess what he paid for it.
I don't know if I should go high or low because I know DC, all that area is super expensive.
Crazy inflated.
450,000. No, 600,000. I don't know.
Okay, Rich?
I'm gonna guess like 1.25.
Don't
Ooh.
get dude.
We're talking PG County. Okay, we're talking like
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just
no
like
clue.
figuring it's stupid.
it's the hood. Okay.
Yeah.
Crump Party
All right.
probably has all the local results pulled up on his page.
Yeah.
He's already sifted through years of data.
PG County has more arsons per square mile than anywhere else in the country.
For
How do you get a
insurance-
house insured?
for insurance money? Short of it, he bought a house, a townhome, for Section 8 housing, which gives him like something like $1,200 a month in gross rent. He purchased it for $14,000.
Oh, that's excellent. What an excellent investment.
It's incredible,
Yeah.
right? Because Section 8 is guaranteed
Oh,
rent.
yeah,
Because
absolutely.
guess who pays the rent?
And you don't give
The
a shit if they
government.
tear the doors off the hinges. Who cares?
Yeah, well, that's the only thing that sucks is that your homes get destroyed. They steal the appliances a lot of times. And what I mean is by they, I mean the tenants.
They.
No, it just sounds bad, but
Well, they
Dude,
do. They do. There's
Can I buy a couple of homes in Prince George's County? I'm in.
sure. You should really go there frequently and check on it though, which means you'd need a
Make sure
plane.
it's still there.
And then to get a plane, you just need to raise $10,000 to get your
My
your
airplane
act
working
together.
again.
I would not go into PG County unless I absolutely had to.
If you had a
Wait,
rental property, you probably
what is this is in DC?
It's right
this
outside
is
DC,
the
borders DC.
short of one
What
place,
then I
state
can write
is this
off the
actually
body
in?
armor.
Maryland.
This is in Maryland. What are their CCW laws?
I'll tell you this. 2 of the 4 people in this stream have a permit to carry in Maryland, and I just got mine like 3 days ago.
Was
And
it difficult?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
No.
No, because
Well, we have a different backgrounds.
yes. Yeah.
They literally sent me an email saying, "Hi, you have prohibited
A spicy background.
Yeah, you have prohibited charges." And I was like, no, I don't. But you can't even respond to them because it's from a do not reply. And it's like, hello, don't respond. Don't say anything. You cannot disagree with us or fight with us. This is the deal. And then I try to respond and I'm like, fuck, it's a no reply. So,
Oh, goes into nowhere. Yeah, just dumpster.
but obviously I'm not a prohibited possessor, right?
Yeah,
So anyway, they ended up approving me. Thank goodness. And now I get to stay scrapped out in Maryland, which I go out to MD Arsenal for training often. So
so Maryland is right there. DC and then Virginia's just okay.
No,
You guys are really close there, aren't you?
Yeah.
MD Arsenal is pretty nice though. And it's in Hagerstown, so it's
they did tear down Berry Farms and then they rebuilt multi-family dwellings in the same place. So I mean, it's basically the same thing. But yes, Berry Farms, the prolific projects, one way in, one way out. The place where
really?
it's bad. It's bad. Potomac Gardens after the raid in well, you guys don't care about this.
Berry Farms looks pretty nice now.
Yeah, they totally made it over. They literally leveled it and rebuilt it with some multi-family dwellings, like little, I think like 4 to 6 unit buildings or something like that.
So would you say your friend is a slumlord? Is that what the technical term is for what he does?
Not really. No, it was just like, imagine if you're like cruising, searching for like luxury cars and Ferraris and all this, and then all of a sudden it's just like Ferrari, $17,000. You're like,
Yeah. What's wrong with it? Oh, okay.
Oh, only all of the insides are missing? Well,
Yeah, I can fix it for that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'll
crazy.
show you a picture of Berry Farms if you want to see it.
You wanna-
Berry Farms.
Now, is that
Oh,
neighborhood?
that
What
looks.
is that?
I'm looking at a picture on Google Maps. That is
Dude,
class.
if
Pure
you-
class.
If you look at and this was like this for years, if you look at the Google Maps
That's
of
The Wire. That's the show The Wire. It just might as well have been.
yeah, I
filmed
mean,
there.
literally an hour and a half, less than an hour and a half away was where The Wire was
Yeah,
you know, filmed.
The
And
Wire's in Baltimore, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, in Baltimore, Baltimore City, but like what Route 40, Swan Drive, like in that area, I think was where the first season was shot. I don't recall exactly, but I know part of it was there. I know that area decently. Dude, pull up Potomac Gardens housing projects. Potomac Gardens on the Google Maps literally has hand-to-hand transactions in the Google Maps image. Like going on, there's a white dude outside the fence and a black dude on the other side with a mask, because the dudes that sell dope out there wear ski masks in the open, and the cops don't care or do anything. And the
It's
dude,
you know what? I hate to say this, but sometimes it's better if you
leave him
just
alone.
keep it over there. Don't bring it into just stay over there.
Well, across the street is like over $1 million row houses, and the white people come out and walk their poodles, and they don't even talk to each other. Or
You know,
you know.
this reminds me of the last time I visited San Francisco. They put me some horrible. I think it's a Mission area. It was really terrible and rundown. Had to walk to the subway train station to get into downtown where I was working for the couple days. Ground level, homeless people. Literally, I saw dudes shooting heroin between their toes, like behind dumpsters. All of that going on ground level. Multi-million-dollar high rises on the second level. Parking garages, locked gates to get to the second level, but everybody on the ground level was just.
That's so crazy.
It was, and it to me, it's like, why would I want to buy a $1.2 million townhome above this? You look down and there's a dude crapping in the street shooting heroin between us. Like, why would I want that?
yeah, it's crazy. Oh, and Digital Profit, I would disagree. I would say it's pronounced Murlin. Merlin. Most people from Maryland call it Merlin.
Detective
Babyface P is a
I've
great
seen that name before. Is he one of yours?
Yeah, he's a great dude.
He's one of yours.
Yeah, and he also
he's a meme lord as far as I remember.
Oh, dude, he's the dude that will drop like one sentence, and just like the amount of wit and creativity in it is just insane. But he one way in is Simple City. I'm not familiar with Simple City.
Market. Maybe that's where it was like Market. I don't remember.
Yeah. But the other thing is that like you guys are not afraid of like the metalwork projects. Like a lot of us, like we'll mess with polymer, we'll build Glocks, we'll do whatever. But you guys,
I like metal. Working with the moment you learn to glue two pieces of metal together with electricity, you'll never go back. It is the greatest feeling and the greatest power when you stick two pieces of metal, use electricity to glue it together, and you're like, hot damn, that is never coming back apart.
Damn, that's dope. That's dope.
Oh yeah, you feel invincible. I remember when I welded something.
It just makes me think that if push came to shove, I could just get a giant bulldozer and weld it up.
Dude,
you know, I could just.
That's exactly the first thing I thought of when you started talking.
By the way, there's a awesome like 55-minute documentary on YouTube that I found the other day about the entire scenario and how all the locals were like, oh, he was just crazy, but we didn't conspire against him. And it's like, y'all are fucking high. All of you conspired against him. That's why he did this.
yeah. Dude, there's only so far you can push individuals, you know.
I got a great
corner and he will
now I have a way we can frame our Monday night discussion. So we're doing Crump Dark and I are doing a video uncensored podcast Monday night.
I know exactly where you're going with this.
So all the shit that would get us thrown off of YouTube, we can say on Rumble.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Monday nights at 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, did anybody, and I don't know if this is what prompted me to be on the show tonight, but did anybody listen to the oral arguments today?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Sotomayor is one of the dumbest people I've ever had the displeasure of listening to open her mouth. She is so.
Wait,
how
who
did
is?
she get Sotomayor's senior justice, Supreme Court justice?
Oh, okay.
So oral arguments for Rahimi happened today, which he's not a great dude, but you're also not. You were not found guilty of anything. So should your rights be taken because you weren't found guilty?
Yeah.
Sotomayor is just the dumbest person to sit that bench in 150 years. I swear to God.
Oh,
She's
wait. Hold on. Pump the brakes. That's steep competition there.
It's a
You got
bold claim.
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
She wasn't bad. Listening to her talk, she actually. The only thing that really frustrates me is everything that she talked about today was like black and brown people, indigenous people. It's like the Constitution covers everybody. Why are you even bringing that up? What does that have to do with anything? That doesn't matter.
Equity, bro. Equity, bro.
Sotomayor had to have the person reiterate what they're actually looking for, as if she's like trying to remind the rest of the. So a bunch of the justices were asking, "What about this? What about this hypothetical?" And then she's like, "Could you please remind us, like, this is what the case is about, right? Like, we're only looking at the facts on this and this only, and like, are you trying to remind yourself that? Are you trying to like make a point to the other justices about?" But she is.
Look,
awful.
everybody is due the same.
I'll give Bader Ginsburg, at least she was good she was intelligent. I don't like her arguments, and I totally disagree with every premise she ever had, but she was at least smart. Sotomayor is the dumbest justice I've ever heard talk.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being Clarence Thomas and having to have, cohort, whatever?
Dude, you know how many people have tried to literally destroy him in every single step of his entire career?
Constant.
I mean, I had no idea.
That man's a gangster.
Biden didn't want him because he was black back in the early 90s?
Dude, and then that woman came out saying that she was,
always how it works, right? They always
all
come out
sorts
of
of
the
stuff.
woodworks when you're about to get some giant promotion.
He was like completely, like, he was depressed. He locked himself in his house. He didn't come out for like months and months. And then he was just like, one day I just woke up and I said, like, fuck this. Like,
nice.
Pulled his tie tight and said, let's do this.
If you guys want to listen to a brilliant justice, listen to Antonin Scalia, but ex-justice. Go watch some YouTube videos of him talking about like specifically Second Amendment stuff. And that man is enthralling to listen to. Like, he's so well spoken, and his arguments are just so good. He was a great.
It warms your heart hearing that. Which district court is Illinois? Crumpy, is it 11th or 7th?
Are you talking about the 7th? It's circuit.
What the hell does that mean?
The assault weapons ban. Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah, was that the one that the court just said that AR-15s are unusual, or what was their argument? It was terrible.
Yeah, they said they're unusual because even though there's tens of millions of them, they're only 5% of the firearms out there.
Yeah. What come on?
And they're not in common use for self-defense. They're rarely used for self-defense. Something like that was in their argument.
Oh,
it was.
Of course.
It was. They did everything within their power to. And they also made points to Bruin. They had some argument in there about, well, here's how Bruin would interpret that. And it's like, this is literally the opposite that they wanted that way for you to interpret it with Bruin.
Yeah.
I could have respect for an anti-gunner if they were intelligently quoting historical fact. It's
so frustrating to listen to. Oh my God.
To achieve that, they would have had to have used critical thought and made their own mind up to come to that conclusion to be able to form an argument to oppose you.
Remember, y'all, you can't own cannons. way back when it was written, you couldn't own a cannon.
No, you
Even
can't
though
own
there is
cannons now.
literally somebody writing James Madison saying, "Can I own a cannon?" and him going, "Fuck yeah, you can own a cannon. You got a ship.
Absolutely.
Why did you need a cannon?"
Yeah, you privateers. The fact that,
I love that one. That was
Yeah.
great.
the fact that like most of these people with opposing views from us, I hate the whole right and the left thing, but most people with opposing views, they actually believe that owning a cannon is illegal when you can literally buy them on eBay.
Yeah, you can
No
ship it to the door.
paperwork.
Yeah,
No
paper.
paperwork
Any
to buy a
muzzle loading
cannon.
firearm. Any muzzle loading firearm. Yeah,
It comes right to your door, and then you just get to
hold up. Is that hold that up?
Let's
Let me
go,
put
X. This is the good stuff.
Dang,
This is
dude.
triple F because I have I think it's in the safe as well. I have an 1849 pocket pistol, pocket revolver, a Colt pocket.
Yep. I have an
made in
1851.
1852 that I put back together, and I need to take it out and try it at some point.
Is
This
it
stuff-
original?
Original 18, yeah, it was made in 1852.
Literally right there, right across this table, is an 1851 Colt Navy revolver that was used in the Civil War.
That was your family members. I think you showed it off one time.
Yep, great.
I got my
great
Civil War
grandfathers.
trophies here.
This
from my
stuff
family.
is so difficult. Actually, you know what? This is now the time of season. I got to go find more of this because you can only get this now during like black powder season. You can't.
Good luck finding. So you're probably only going to be able to find like Pyrodex and.
That's my problem. I can find
equivalents.
Pyrodex and 777, but I cannot find. Who's your favorite YouTuber? It's probably not. Who is? Me? I hope so. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, Pyrodex and 777 are easy. Finding actual triple F is impossible. I had to go on Florida Gun Trader and be like, please, for the love of God, somebody sell me a pound of powder. That's all I need. Because the pistol, the 32 grain or the 32 caliber pistol I have, you use like 11 grains at the very top. So this will last me forever.
Yeah, I use it for a 37 millimeter. Flares and
fireworks.
Signal. Yep, flare and signal rounds specifically, and sometimes I have difficulty locating it. Sometimes I'll just say that instead of what I was actually going to say.
And if you buy a lot of it in a one single sitting, you become part of a list.
Hey man, this is the worst list to be on.
But you know what's funny? Black powder is one of those that's like gets you on a list. Standard smokeless, I can buy 8-pound kegs of it, and I have a bunch of it downstairs for reloading, and nobody bats an eye at that. And that stuff burns way faster than black powder does.
Yeah, well, a few of us know about being on. Well, not a few of us. One of us knows about being on our way.
Dude, come on, man! It's not even a good list. It's a stupid list.
I guarantee. I wish I could look. I guarantee I'm on some lists.
Oh, we can look. We can.
I had a. Is there like a website I can check?
Yeah, I'll run it on you. I found Dark on a list. He's not allowed to bid on government contracts for some reason.
What? That's hilarious.
So funny thing. Well, and I've never worked in that line of work. I think it was actually an error, right? I've never worked in like government contracts or anything like that. But like for people like that are bidding on like, or like government contract overrun stuff, buying it, selling it, or selling stuff to the government.
You can't buy contract overruns?
I can't buy them from the government bidding. So here's how this happened. So Crump and I were having a conversation.
Sure, dude.
Crump and I were having a conversation, and I had told him like, hey, like I've done some things for OPSEC that blah 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 blah, and he was like, I could find you, and I was like, yeah, you could find me, but it's not going to be like everything, right? And gave him my information. He pulled it up. He looked it up. He was like, dude, you're on a watch list. I'm like, ha ha ha. He's like, no, dude, you on the federal watch list. I was like, what? And yeah, sure as shit. It was, I'm on a watch list, and not even a cool one, which is the only frustrating thing in all this, because I don't need to bid on government contracts anyway. But I actually asked somebody, and they were like, dude, that's an HR. That's like a government HR thing. Like if you do something that would say, okay, you don't fit within our standards to buy and sell with like government bidding and stuff like that, they take you off the list. That's why I think that there was some other dude with my same name that was out probably doing shady things, who can still bid on government contracts.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just
I would
funny.
love to, whatever info you need, I would love to see. Because, so the first thing that I think
Hey,
got me on the list before I got into guns.
Put the town that you live in your approximate age in the private chat.
I'll just text it to you.
Yeah.
The first thing that I think got me on a list when I was much younger, right out of college, I worked for a company called Groove Shark, which was
Actually, I got you. Never mind.
Okay. Which was a music streaming service. It was a competitor for Spotify, and it was a startup here in Gainesville. It was awesome. They had me going through at one point approving accounts for bands. So if a band came in and they wanted to own their account and upload to it and manage it and everything, you had to go do the research on them and listen to the music, look into who they are, all the other stuff. Well, a skinhead band came in and was like, that's our music. We want to own that account. So I had to go research to see if it was real, who the people were. Do I need to listen to their music? And it's all white supremacy skinhead music. So I had to Google search all of this when I was 2014. And I was this is 2012. It's like that guaranteed that put me on a list. Guaranteed that Google search would put me on a list.
Hey, look, you got a speeding ticket in October 16th, 2006.
Yeah.
All right, careful, because anything you say, other people can cross-reference that.
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to give the exact dates or anything like that.
I need to know what service you're using because it's do you have to pay for that search?
Yeah. Well, I have a thing, but yeah, I found your corporate filings I have right now.
That easy?
Oh, dude, it's ridiculous. This is literally FBI background check level shit right here.
Really? So it's that high quality.
Within 30 seconds, he will be able to have every single family member, every friend that you associate with on the internet, every email address. Way. Swear to God, it's the same one I use.
Are you able to find a name of an associate of mine? Just a first name. Just see if you can find somebody that's like, oh, this is his friend or good friend, something like that. I'm curious.
And while you do that, because I know that you can just scroll down to the section that says last known associates or
you're shitting me. They have one
straight up. It's crazy. It's the internet,
what?
Dude.
Oh, when we hang up here, I want to see a screen share of this.
So Marshall is fired up, says hi. Marshall is fired up, said that we are all his favorite YouTuber, which is dope. And then he says hi, and then he says, "Can I be a member? Can I be a member?" And then he says, "Can I be a member?" And then he says, "Can I be a member? Can I be a member? Can I be a member? Can I be your?"
Don't be my member. My members.
And then he said, "Bye." So
no, I'm sorry for your loss, by the way.
I haven't had a loss in there's a recent. The most recent was that's been a couple months though.
Yeah, a couple.
Nothing too recent. God, don't tell me somebody else I know just died.
No, Ovi.
Yeah, she just passed. What was that? 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Marshall is fired up. Just so you know, typically when we're on a topic, we don't stop to go through all the live chat. We try to acknowledge as many people in the live chat as possible, but so everyone can be a member. Actually,
let's load extended data here.
But if you're on,
I completely approve of
Pop's
this.
dad doing?
What's that?
Corn Pop, his dad had surgery today, I think, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. It was Corn Pop. How's everything going?
Oh, that's the guy's name in chat. I was like, what are you talking about? Corn Pop. Okay, yeah. I hope everything's
Corn Pop. He's a bad dude.
Yeah, that's where my brain went.
How about Kyle?
I know there's one that comes to mind that would absolutely put me on a list.
Hey, John, I want to start a fortune telling business. Can you help me out?
Yeah, last name starts with an F.
I don't actually know his last name.
Yeah,
the one that I'm thinking of.
It's
taking data.
It is.
It takes data from all over, stuff you would never even imagine resurfacing.
It's so wild. I love it. I wish I had this power.
You do.
How expensive is the search though?
It's like
$2,000 a month you can pay through me.
That's what I was gonna say.
I'm just kidding.
no, it's not that much. I don't know. It's
like
$2.
sub $20 a month, bro.
It's like a little bit over 20 because I pay for the extended stuff.
I got the.
That's
phone
absolutely worth it. Like that seems worth it to me just to see who. Because I do the basic level stuff. Anytime this might make me sound crazy, but anytime we have somebody new move into the neighborhood, or I know everybody that lives in this neighborhood. I know what they do for a living. I know who has a Facebook, who's got kids, who's got dogs.
Yeah.
Like,
do you know a guy in your neighborhood named Dawson?
Dawson, Dawson.
Yeah,
that sounds familiar.
Well, he's a sex offender.
Don't share it.
No,
share
that
it.
is not
Tell
that
him.
guy. That guy left.
He moved.
He moved.
Tell him offline. There's Virginia laws about that. Don't share that.
Okay, well, I'm not going to say anything about I'm not going to say anything about a Brian.
We shouldn't have any sex offenders living in this neighborhood. We had one a couple of years ago living in a rented house, and then he moved. And I'm glad he moved because there are certain people that don't need to be above ground. But it's none of my business.
I also stalk people. I mean, research
neighbors.
Search
Yeah.
neighbors.
No, I know everything going on, but with it, so I try not to make it in a creepy way. It's just like
I want to know everything.
In 2009, you got 2 speeding tickets within a couple weeks of each other.
2009, I would have been in college.
Dude, are you surprised? Know? Do you not remember pulling up my record, bro?
That's darker me. That's me?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like
I would have been.
No, it's for the same thing. The deposition date's the same. So.
Okay, yeah, I probably got one, and I shouldn't have any.
It took me a while to find this.
Yeah, man. There it is. That's yeah.
Hey, I gotta take this, y'all.
All right, cool. You paid a $236 fine
for a speeding ticket. That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. That's probably right.
I can give you the citation number too.
I can't believe this is so. How quickly does it pull in all this info?
Almost instantaneously, probably less than 15 seconds.
How does I would love to know how it finds, because I'm guessing a lot of this is open source, right? I mean, public record. Most of this is just public record. Yeah. Which, for anybody listening, public record is a hell of a thing. Like, you can find a lot of stuff on public record. I actually thought the other day, for anybody that doesn't know, and Crump, I don't know if you do this or not, but your home, you can go on Google Street View, click the drop down, like find your address, street viewed, click the drop down, and ask that they obfuscate your address, and they will put a big clouded bubble around your entire house where up and down the street nobody can see it. And I thought about doing that the other day. I haven't done it. But yeah, you can block your house from street view. You don't have to allow them to see it. What was another? So there's a bunch of ways. There's a bunch of things you can do to obfuscate yourself. Yeah. But the thing would be putting all your assets in. Oh
my gosh, they got like a current street view photo. For a while my street view photo was like a dozen years old.
You can absolutely go in and request, and it's within the drop down for
fairly
it.
Recent.
You can absolutely go in and request that they obfuscate your house.
And they came by on a Wednesday because my recycle bin was out.
Yeah, creepy, isn't it? Trying to think what else.
Yeah, you can pull up tons of
no list though. I'm not on a list.
No, not on the list. Yeah,
that's at least something, I guess.
Why is your wife a registered Democrat?
She was, yeah. When we first met, she was a Democrat.
Wow. Wow, I didn't know that.
Not. Well, maybe it's better for obfuscation reasons. Yeah, she's totally still a Democrat. So it sounds like not everything is up to date.
No, she probably never re-registered or whatever.
Oh, she definitely did. Because I made her do it. Her and I went together to do it.
Okay, so my Let's Go Brandon flag is out.
No, I know what she does now for a living.
Oh, that's. I mean, I talk about it, so that wouldn't be hard to find. But yes, it's a very good career path, and I'm very proud of her.
Yeah, I have her. Hold on, I'm gonna text you something.
I mean, we can hang up here shortly and talk about it. Crump is way too into this.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Crump loves this stuff.
I would love to do this to other people. This would make my day just to go searching up people. Just banned from flying the F-35. I assume so, because he was the guy that lost the one in North Carolina. That's you would have to ask her that. I don't know. Maybe I don't know the answer to that, but probably.
No, it is.
Is that public record too?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you look it up on the. That's the thing that people don't realize is how much is public record and how hard it is to hide your public records from things. Like if you want to work in the industry, I don't think you can get rid of any of that sort of information, right? You can't hide that from anywhere. You have to keep that accessible to your coworkers or to your workplace.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
That always brings me back to like what would you have to do to actually really maybe not go off the grid, but obfuscate who you are? Like that would
put
have to be
into a trust.
That was my first thing is everything would have to be owned by a trust with a nondescript name.
Crump, you could just ask your neighbor how to disappear.
Dude, I have this house and
there's a CIA safe house around the corner.
We were looking into it. So we were doing all this research who lives there because there's freaking cameras everywhere. There's multiple ways out. There's like a shooting range. There's a shooting range and everything. So we were doing research and we kept on going down the rabbit hole. And it was like one shell company owned by another shell company, owned by another shell company, owned by
it's
another.
Owned by the Bidens. They had 20 shell companies.
And then we finally went back and one day it's like that address doesn't exist.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Do
you think the places like this that exist off the record sort of things, if somebody goes looking into them, do you think they get notified of that?
I'm sure they do because after
that
like
triggered. You think you triggered that?
Yeah.
Yes.
After 3 days of looking, the address just disappeared, and it's not listed. There's no.
Like it's not on the county.
It's white.
Yeah. So you triggered somebody to go in and wipe that from wherever.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's interesting.
So I never was able to figure out what it is.
So there's county tax records, and you can look up section block lot. You can see. You can actually, this is the craziest thing. I don't know if it's federal, but I know in New York and in Florida, you can look up your neighbor's electric bill, how much they paid for electric.
I think I can do that. Yeah, I think I can look up all that.
Anybody can.
It comes to the point of like, you can look up liens on houses. You can look up anything. I can look up all of people's around me arrest records and what they did wrong 15 years ago. The nice thing about a service like Crump has is it just brings it all together. Where for me, when I have to go research things, it's you have to go manually looking for stuff, and then trying to track people across the state is sometimes difficult, or multiple states makes it difficult. But
a few years back, I get a cell phone call. It's like about the IRS lien on my house. I'm like, F you, I don't have an IRS lien on my house. 2 days later, I walk out to my mailbox. There's the paperwork. It's an IRS lien on my house. I'm like, are you effing kidding me?
Yeah, they knew. That's like when you get a speeding ticket, and I haven't had one in years. When I was a kid, you get it. It's public record, and there must be a bot that scrapes the internet for every speeding ticket given out that day, because you get 15 lawyers sending you letters saying, hey, we can help you with that speeding ticket. It's like, I just got it yesterday. How do you know about that?
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You get those all. I assume you do anything illegal, any sort of criminal activity, you'll probably get a letter.
I got to tell you, the last ticket I got, it would have been worth paying $1,000 to get out of it? A lawyer to get out of. Oh yeah, it would have been worth $1,000 in a heartbeat.
I've never had anything that expensive. All of my tickets were all the speeding tickets I got were like.
Oh no, it's the ticket was like $300. It's not what the ticket costs. It's what the insurance did to me later.
Oh yeah, that's.
I'll pay the ticket. Like I didn't realize I did the. I paid the ticket. I did the points reduction course, whatever, blah blah blah, and then so I had 3 cars. You know, my wife actually. So my daughter was driving my Envoy. I don't know if my wife had the Lexus at the time, but it doesn't matter. and I have the Genesis Coupe, and it was costing me $1,000 a month for insurance. And meanwhile, Hank had the R8. I'm like, Hank, what's your insurance? He's like, like $200 a month. I'm like, what?
I'm paying. Wait, what kind of car did you? What was your insurance? What is your insurance? How much you paying?
Oh, at one point it was $1,000 a month.
So my Mustang insurance just went up, and that's a 34-year-old man. Actually, I think I just aged out at 34 of the high premiums. But my insurance is every 6 months I pay $500, something like that. That's it. Every 6 months, that's all I pay. Mind you, we live. I have a good, clean record, and we live in one of the lowest.
It must be the county I'm in.
It is. South Florida counties are the most expensive to live in for insurance premiums. The second I moved out of Tampa into Oviedo when I was going to UCF, or Gainesville when I moved here, Alachua, my premiums went way down.
Well, get this. I guess about 10 years ago, I had a Liberty Mutual, a little bit over 10 years ago, probably 12 years ago, and they canceled my insurance. And they're like, "Oh, it's an accident. We applied the payment to the wrong account. We can reactivate it for you, but you're gonna have to sign another agreement." I said, "Okay." And they're like, "Well, this is gonna be your new price." And I was like, "Double the price." I was like, "Wait a minute." It's like, can you just reactivate the whole one? No, we have to give you a different policy, and we have different criteria now than you were. Like, really? So
tell me that was an accident?
Yeah, so I just switched insurance. I'm in USA now, but it was.
Walter, I haven't heard from Walter in a while. I've been busy.
Really? I thought you guys were besties.
Walter is. He went bar hopping last night or something. He told us instead of the podcast, he had to go bar hopping for a birthday or something like that.
All right. Well, we've been on for over an hour, so we're gonna get out of here. You can follow Flying Rich at flyingrich.com, flyingrich_official on Instagram, Flying Rich everywhere else, I guess, and Flying Rich Firearms on YouTube as well. You can follow me on John Crump News and John Crump Alive, which you're probably already doing if you're watching this, most likely. We do have a podcast on a Rumble called called Uncensored. So if you go to Uncensored Podcast on Rumble, that's us every Monday at 10 p.m. It's a lot of fun. We can talk about things that we can't talk about here. With that, we're going to get it over to Babyface P for the final word.
YouTube.com/babyfaceP, Instagram baby_face_P. I got a lot of stuff coming down the pike. What do you want? You want me to give some words of wisdom or something for a final word?
Whatever you want to do, man. It's up to you.
Be kind. I think that's a dark thing, so I can't steal that. How about and you're never getting your days back. Every day is just slipping by you. So do what you can to embrace the best part of your day, whatever you can do. Because they're never, your babies are never getting any younger. Your friends are never getting any younger. Do what you can to enjoy your days as much as you can. You don't know when they're going to be gone.
Brother.
And with that, we are out of here. Bye.
Yeah. I'm in the show. Everyone can see you. I think we are still live. I don't know what's going on or why I'm still sitting here. I'm just going to take over the show and start reading books to everybody. Maybe what? Babyface is still live. Yes, you are. So, how's everybody's evening going? It is currently 6:14 on a balmy Tuesday night. We didn't get a chance tonight to complain about daylight savings time. By the way, that's the worst thing to ever happen to humankind. The baby, we got a 10-month-old, and he has hated every second of it, as have I. I feel like I should be eating dinner or going to sleep already right now. There we go. I'm not sure what Crump's doing and why he's making me sit here and talk, but if for anybody that doesn't know, I can talk for days about anything. If you guys got questions, I can answer them. I can sit and just talk about nothing. No problem whatsoever. Let's see what's on the news. Let's see. Let's go to the firearms blog/blog, because I haven't heard anything cool in a long time from the gun world, which doesn't surprise me. You know, most cool stuff comes out at most guns come out at the beginning of next year. Let's see. Did anybody see anything cool lately? But yeah, make sure you buy his book. Have a great evening, John, and all Wolverines, wherever you are. Live free or die. From Pew, Hampshire. It a ook. I don't know what that means. I don't know what's going on. Is Babyface P going to SHOT Show? Probably not, because during SHOT Show I will have a 14-month-old, and I'm currently, well, we'll see. I'm currently jobless at the moment, for anybody that's curious, but that's not a bad thing. I'm getting to, I keep saying I get to raise the kid, and like I said, your days are never coming back, and the baby's only getting older, so I'm not complaining. And hopefully that FFL will work out, and we'll get some gunsmithing done. See anything else new? Hornady unveils a new cartridge called the 22 ARC. It looks like something that nobody is ever going to buy. TFB reviews the Scener belt-fed AR. I did see this is on page 2 of the firearms blog. Scener made some really cool conversions. I saw that the other day. That's neat. If you want a belt-fed M16, but you probably should have a giggle switch for that. Ceiling fan, will the room start spinning? Battle for Veterans show this weekend at the Zephyr Hills Airport. Tanks, reenactors, trucks, jeeps, and Walter. Wanamaker Gun Show is this weekend. It is the largest show in America. Where is Wanamaker? Yeah, so if you want to go for Battle of Veterans, that's in Zephyr Hills. I don't know where Wanamaker is. It sounds like an Indian name, so I'm going to go with Pennsylvania. Wanamaker. I don't know. Texas, Tulsa, Texas. Everybody says Texas. John is speaking for multiple people saying Texas. John, you can feel free to hang out. I do need to go cook dinner at some point. You feel free to take me out of this at any point that you feel up to it. Oh, not Texas, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Oh, y'all liars. All y'all are liars. Let's see. Armorer's Bench. Rust bluing the blunderbuss. I wonder what they go into for rust bluing. Silencers, the Lago Alien, which is far too expensive for anybody to actually buy. The new Glock 48s, which is not that new. Silencer Co. Sparrow Titanium. I would not buy a Titanium 22 suppressor. That's just my hard opinion. Let's see. Lone Wolf Dusk 19. So there's another 19 pistol. Wheelgun Wednesday, the 17 HMR pistol. Probably not something for me. Let's see. Angstad Arms makes the AXL 9 modular magwell 20 lower. That's actually kind of cool. Listen, I can just go. If y'all got questions, I can just get 2,700 tables. Tulsa, Oklahoma. That can I get beef jerky?